this week I'm doing another Clary outfit, but this one was requested. I got a comment on one of the previous Clary videos that I did from the Shadowhunters TV show. OMG, I know this is an old video, but I've been looking to make Clary's dresses. I've watched a couple of your videos, and you've done heaps of Shadowhunters related ones in the past. I'm sorry. Spoilers. Spoilers. I didn't know I'd have to do this that early. Would you maybe be able to make Clary's dress from the last episode where she walks out of the Institute for the last time because she's losing her memory? She's in the burgundy/dark purple dress, please. And that is at SureSB. I replied to this person and we had a bit of back and forth about what colors we thought would be, best. And we kind of settled on like an aubergine, dark purple, more warm tones than cool tones. And I was able to find the right or close enough to the right color of chiffon for the overlay. Purchased the chiffon in December 2024, and it took forever to get to me for the lining portions. I did a really terrible job of drawing this one, but this is what I'm gonna be using for the lining. I found it on Etsy. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a fun name. It is a midi length dress pattern, and I want the lining to be shorter, like much shorter. So I think I'm gonna do just above the knee, and then the over layer of the dress is chiffon. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do the top bodice portions separately with the overlay, or if I want to just do it all in one go and kind of adjust as I'm working on it. The overlay itself will be longer. The chiffon is going to have a handkerchief hemline, so I'm not worrying about that right now. The first thing that I'm doing, the first thing that I have decided I'm going to talk to you about is the lining.
I'm going to go get some air.
You okay? Yeah.
I've been calling it the memory loss dress. So I have a zipper, satin ribbon. It's 1.5 inches thick. This is a lovely dark purple, like I just said, a mix between a eggplant, aubergine, and a plum color. I hate the fact that the camera is not catching the very, very slight dark red undertones. It's not a iridescent, and it's not something that changes the entire color. Oh, see, you can kind of see it at certain angles, but it has more of a red hue than it's more of a warm hue. And we're gonna get into this. So I'm very confused. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm not very happy about that, but I'm gonna have to guess. I'm gonna be very upset if it ends up being too small because I'm not able to tell what size I'm cutting out, and I'm probably also gonna be upset if it's too big because then I wasted a bunch of fabric, and not happy about that. But I guess I'm just gonna have to do my best and see how it goes. I cut out all of the pieces and I pinned them together, and I'm hoping that this will be I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked that I was able to guess with my size. Not even with my size, just roughly the size of each pattern piece. I was like, maybe. So this piece right here is supposed to be the center back piece. This piece is the front side piece. This piece is the back side piece. So they are supposed to be attached to each other. The length of here to here is too short to work from here to here. So I kind of took a shot in the dark and I tried this piece. This piece is supposed to be the center back piece. And I went ahead and pinned the longer side of the center back piece to the to the side front piece. And it fit like perfectly. And then I pinned this is supposed to be the side back, and this is supposed to be the center back, and I tried pinning them together and it also fits. So I'm wondering if the pieces are maybe they are mislabeled. I hope not. I am working on the skirt pieces right now. Still the base. I think since this is the base, I need the skirt section to not flare out as much. And each of them is kind of differently sized. Most of them are cut 2, but I have 2 of them so I can show you as an example. So this one is the only one that's shaped this way. It's kind of more like it's straight on this side, but it's more slanted out on this side. This is the only one that has that differential, I suppose. And it starts off more skinny at the top, and then it goes fairly wide at the bottom. It is over, here we go, it's over twice as wide at the bottom as it is at the top, so that would cause quite a bit of flaring, which is good normally for a regular dress. I do like a bit of swoosh, but since this is a base layer that I'm planning for chiffon to go on top of, and I don't quite have the measurements for the overdress part, I want to make it a little bit more skinny. I use the smallest size here as the guide, and I'm going to cut that much off, and I'm just going to go up to whatever my size is normally up here. I think what I'm going to do with the chiffon overlay is the bodice portion. I'm going to do the exact same as I've been doing for the base, and then the skirt portion I'm going to take from a different pattern I have that has that handkerchief skirt bit. I think I can use the one that I did for the pirate dress that I did a couple of years ago, but as it stands right now, I'm almost done putting together the base portion. Moving on to the overlay, the overdress portion, and with that I'm going to be using my chiffon. And now this chiffon was kind of hard to find, and I think I went over that already, but I was looking for a very specific color, and unfortunately, like a lot of the costumes, it really depends on the picture what color it is. In a lot of the pictures, this dress looks a really deep dark purple, but in other pictures, in different lighting, it looks straight up burgundy. A lot of the exact colors that I found are calling it deep plum. The chiffon I got it's plum, and so it's this very lovely, very dark purple color, and that does not help. But it's just going to be the overlay of the dress. I got 4 yards. This is 4 yards of chiffon. I got this months and months ago. At this point, I think it was about 6 months ago, and it was on sale and it was, for 4 yards, it was $11.96. We're moving on to the next part. See, that's the sad thing about this, is I don't have anywhere to wear this, and I would love to. I wanna be invited to things where you get to dress up. I keep going back to the reference photos that I have. Going back to these reference photos has been very important for me to get the proper look, I guess. My initial thought with the chiffon was that I was just gonna do an overlay basically the same as the lining of the dress, but with the handkerchief hemline. And nope, that's not what I'm doing anymore. Because I looked at these reference photos, and it kind of looks far more like triangular and then rounded at the bottom so that it gathers up. So, and then it comes up and covers everything, obviously, but then it's not just like a spaghetti strap or whatever. It's like they took all of the amount of chiffon that was covering right here, and they twisted it and kind of did a twist into straps. One thing that looks like it will definitely help is in the gathering underneath the bust. There is a bunch of, again, overlay of the chiffon, and just kind of wrapped it. It actually almost looks like that would be too easy. That's what it is, isn't it? It almost looks like an infinity dress. Yep, that's probably what it is, isn't it? It's an infinity dress with a handkerchief hemline. This is not a bad thing. I'm going to keep telling myself that until I believe it. This is not a bad thing, because since it is a more or less an infinity dress bodice, I can just use a couple of strips of the chiffon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what I'm going to do or not. If I go about it this way, I might just not have enough fabric to do that. 1.5 feet maybe wide with like 2 yard long strips, 2 of them, and just attach them to the skirt here and make it, you know, the more gathered bit right here, and then go up, twist them around, have them come all the way back down to attach to the back of the dress, and then take the remaining bits and have them go around. So I probably won't do that exactly, but there's a good chance I'll do something similar. Now that I know, like, I don't know that's what they did because I wasn't in the room when they designed it or when they put it together, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. When I was cutting out the chiffon overlay for the skirt, the handkerchief portion of the skirt, I came up with a couple of scraps that were entirely unintentional, but seemed almost too perfect for what I was looking to do. It's a long bit, and then it goes slightly triangular. So since I have 2 of these, I was thinking, oh, I could just go ahead and gather along the bottom here, and then use that as the gathering. I'll go ahead and twist it around the ribbon so that it has a little bit more body than just that, but it has that twist to it. This is what I have right now, and I'm kind of upset. It's weird So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the overlay off. Oh, also the lining of this is so tight. It's a chore, a suck in, and a prayer to get it to zip up, period. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the chiffon layer off and look at this, because I'm pretty sure that the way I was putting the underlayer together is definitely affecting what's going on with the chiffon, because for everything to sit properly, the chiffon for the cups is supposed to like lay against the cup part of the base. But with this, the base part, the cup section is all one bit. It's not really a cup section. Let me play around with it a little bit. I think the next thing that you're gonna see is the reveal. So this all the way back. So that's how it looks on that side. And then we do the same thing on this side. And then these extra bits can go around like that. And this is the extent of what I have left. So I don't hate it. Issue with this one, as you can probably tell, I redid most of this. What I did is I completely recut the lining, and then I took the rest of the chiffon that I had and created, like I said in a previous portion, strips. About 18-inch wide strips that were roughly a yard and a half, and kind of just set them here with a gather. And over, just like I had said before, I had wasted my time on the other one, so that's upsetting to me. When I had recut the lining, I had made it bigger so that I wouldn't have the problem of having to squeeze myself into this. Bodice portion was much wider, which helpful in that I could cut it down a little bit and still be good, but not helpful in that when I put the bodice and the skirt portion together and also added a zipper, it no longer even zipped up a little bit. So I don't know how that happened, but it did, and I hate it. So that's why I had to improvise with the ribbon and doing a little knot in the back. I'm so disappointed in myself for this. This was supposed to come out a couple of weeks ago. It's really hard to fit things and drape things, like when you can't see them. And we know I have a mannequin, but it's not my size. And sometimes it's perfectly fine that it's not my size, and I can just kind of drape something along it. That's fine. For this, not so much. My mannequin is not the same bust size as me. It's not the same rib size as me. I wish I had done better, and I'm upset because even though this portion fits all right, it's still kind of wide here, and I feel very insecure in it. Also, if you will remember my epiphany, that it probably would work best as an infinity dress. Yeah, so I need to continuously remind myself that just because I like a pattern, I feel like I unconsciously, unintentionally, I used the, oh, I'm working on something and this kind of sort of looks like part of it. I used that as an excuse to purchase it. And I didn't need an excuse. I could have just bought it and then used it for something else. That being said, I have a bunch of patterns that would work better for this. Didn't think of a single one of them, but I have a bunch, and since someone asked about this specifically, I feel like I should at least offer some other options. A couple of options that I have. Both of these are Simplicity 4577. The other one, again, Simplicity, it is 1154, and this is more of a infinity dress that they didn't call infinity, they called it wrap, twist, and tie. So this one, see, that gives you all of the options. It gives you hemline options. This one's between 4 and 5 yards. And then, just because I guess I like options and I like you to have every option that you can, there's also a free pattern. Not sponsored at all, not sponsored. This is a pattern from Mood Fabrics. This is called the Edith dress. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not exactly what I was thinking, except for this back part? I do think that if you were to do a full length thing like this, it would be quite a bit more material. You could just look up calculations for a handkerchief hemline. I didn't do it right on because I think hers has the point directly in the middle. I don't like that, so it is slightly off to the side. I am a big fan of the handkerchief hemline portion of this. To have this be wearable, I don't think I would use the top portion. But this is not at a level where I would be comfortable wearing it out and about because I would be afraid of it falling like all night. This did not turn out as well as I would have liked it to, but I do at least like the bottom half, so there's that. To the commenter, I hope this is what you were looking for, because this is what you get. Anyway, I do have my next video all planned out. In the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.